Hi, this is Aaron Christopher, and this is Teen Truth Live on the Road. I'm in between presentations at a middle school in New York, and I'm here with Diane Gonzalez. She was telling me about some of the activities and programs that she's implementing at the school to basically carry forward messages that will get the students to embrace and actually be active contributors to their school. And Diane's standing right next to me, and I just wanted to turn the camera on her and have her talk a little bit about some of the programs that are working on her campus.
The idea that students need to learn the behavior that we want from them, and it has to come all year long. It can't be a one-time assembly, and so at Chestnut Ridge Middle School we've been implementing quite a few programs. Starting with every month, like September, we would start with character ed lessons that are done in the back of a homework agenda, and they focus on different values that we're trying to stress, like respect, or responsibility, or tolerance, just different positive characters that we're looking to teach students. Unfortunately, they don't get it very well. The message isn't strong through media and television that they watch, and if they're not going to get it at school, they often don't get it at all. So we're trying to do this in the form of a lesson at school. And we share the responsibility amongst the disciplines at the school. So the science department will take 2 character traits that we're looking for one week, and another 2 in the social studies department another week, and English will handle another 2, and so on, and that'll stretch it out for the entire month. And in October, our students, we incorporate the idea of bullying in a book that we incorporated into the English curriculum called The Misfits. It's written by James Howe. It's based on middle school level reading, and the book is about students who are running for student council, and their platform is being the outcasts. And it's incorporated into the curriculum, and you have students involved in reading and discussing what it's like, what student council's like, and it just, you often don't see kids running down the hall with a book in their hand reading all the time, but when they're reading The Misfits, they seem engaged. Mix It Up Day is one day in the cafeteria where you plan ahead of time. You get some hyped up announcements over Mix It Up Day is coming, etc. What's that about? Bring down the walls, get to know someone. And they sit next to someone for about 15 minutes that they've never met. We try to make them sit next to someone who they've never met. And after the 15 minutes is over, they submit the survey to a box. We count up the homeroom with the most surveys and respond by giving them a positive reward for, first of all, participating with a breakfast or some reward. And we sometimes see students walking down the hall just saying hi to a student they never met before. The kids find out it's not so hard to meet someone new. You just got to give them a little push of encouragement. Some of the other activities we have is we have a tree built out in our hall. It's called the Kindness Tree. And whenever we see somebody doing something that is kind, picking up a book for someone else or helping someone in some way, we try to recognize that positive behavior, and we announce their name on the morning announcements. We give them a name. They get a leaf with their name on it, and it gets hung up right in the hallway. And it can be any staff member, it can be any student, and student and staff like to be recognized for positive behavior, so that's another idea. We have a poster contest where we have the students create a poster that has a positive message, and then there's a voting process that goes on, an anonymous voting process, and then first and second and third place winners get a prize. Could be movie tickets or something that displays a positive message, and the students get involved in actually creating the artwork. It gets hung in the hallway, which is down our hall cafeteria. Kids see it every single day. We also have, again, in our incorporated into the curriculum is a program called The Power of the Word, which focuses on how powerful words are, whether it be Martin Luther King's oratorical speech or contest that we have here, or incorporating, Listen has a program called Think Before You Speak. It's a public service announcement that is also seen on television as a commercial, 30-second tidbits that talk about watch what you say. And also have had a wonderful assembly here called Teen Truth, and I'm very happy that it was here. Last year we had a different assembly, and over the years we've had many different programs come into the building to try and just keep that message in the forefront so that kids are focused on what it is they're doing, because they don't realize that what they do and what they say does matter. So when you teach them that, hopefully every once in a while they're thinking about it, and that's, I think, what education is about. It's not just teaching about science or teaching about social studies, because if you go into a classroom and these kids are tearing each other up there on a daily basis, first of all, if I'm teaching photosynthesis and I want my kids to be as excited about the process of a leaf being able to make food for us and so on, I can't get any student to pay attention to that if all they're thinking about is, what's going to happen to me third period when I go to lunch? Am I going to be terrorized again? At fifth period, it's going to happen again in another class. Their mind is focused on that and not on what I'm trying to teach. So for those students who say this is a waste of time, I disagree. And for teachers who say we don't have the time for this, I disagree completely. I think we don't have the time not to do it. Because when you're teaching in front of a classroom, you want to engage your students, you've got to get them focused on what it is that you're talking about, not about what they're thinking about. It's exactly why we feed them breakfast in the morning, so that they are not thinking about being hungry. For those of us who say there's no time for this, I really disagree with that.
So you just heard from Diane Gonzalez at Chestnut Ridge Middle School. I think all of those examples of activities, exercises, and programs that they're implementing here are truly going to make sure that the message, the themes are going to stick with the students and empower them to want to be the difference on their campus. Again, this is Aaron Christopher, Teen Truth Live on the Road. Thanks for listening. Remember, be good and always tell the truth.